With most of the Sith base cleared, Rhea Maven stares down the door and would lead deeper into the base. And hopefully there, she would find the secret codes to the Sith turbo laser blockade. But first, she would have to face off against the giant droid whose shields we have disabled earlier, so this fight may be a bit easier. Let's see how he likes it. You asked for this! With my giant sword!
How'd you like that?
Yeah, doing well, I think. Yes. Might be big, but it's not hitting very hard. Such an inferior model. Ah, we could have blown this up. Oh well. I enjoyed cutting down that droid. Now, the elevator is open. The secrets of the Sith base await us.
Who dares to break my meditation?
It was
pay
Rhea
for
Maven.
interrupting my... Wait.
And this was a bold wannabe.
Very strong. Who would have thought a Force Adept could be found on this insignificant planet? But your talent is no match for a disciple of the dark side.
Instead, if he had been smart, he would try to recruit her. But no, he just stupidly goes and kills, which proves how inferior the Sith of this time period were to modern day Sith. Well, Rhea was going to revel in the fact that she would enjoy gutting him.
Yes. Feed the hatred and anger within yourself. Call upon the power of the dark side. But not even that can save you now. This meeting is a stroke of luck for me. My master will surely reward me with my lightsaber once I kill you.
What a wannabe. Oh, he calls himself a governor. He's not worth that title. Proper governor will be speaking to his people.
Oh!
Not holding stupid speeches in stupid chambers. Oh, he hit hard though! Just have to drain life, how tricky. Still, not enough life not to prevent him from getting cut down by Rhea's blades. This may half the commie stronger. Let's see. There's no point in increasing his strength or his intelligence really. So we'll just put it in dexterity. And 1 point can go in that. I guess he'll get good with 2 blasters at the same time. Impressive.
What?
Rhea was hurt by this fight. Still, she hurt the other guy a lot more, which pleases me. Strength combat and a neural. Maybe that's for the Wookiee. Actually no, that's actually just for Rhea. Ah! Put it on! Yes, now she can hit harder. 500 credits, excellent. You're still bonding alloy, security spikes like battle armor. Did we get the codes already? Did we get them off his corpse? I hope so. Maybe I was not paying attention enough. Oh well. I think everything here is dead. Except for Carl the Commie and Rhea Maven. Back up then. Hopefully we don't run into a Sith ambush along the way. But I do not believe that to be the case. No, they were all thoroughly slaughtered. And until reinforcements came from the blockade above, Taris would lose out on Sith protection. Oh dear. Well, with that, Rhea headed back down to the cantina to meet with the kind of scuzzy strong man known as Candace Ordo. A Java is in, fate will be decided. As Rhea
I
came
figured
to
you'd be
meet
back.
with Taris.
Neither of us is getting off this planet unless we work together. Now, I know the Sith military base had a break-in. And I know it was you. I know you've got those departure codes I need. So what do you say?
Taris
We
is
join
well
forces,
informed.
and I can get you inside Davik's base, and right to the Ebon Hawk. We can go right now.
Well, Rhea was interested, but she had a few bounties
Fair
to
enough,
collect on
but don't take
first.
too long. As soon as you're ready to get inside Davik's estate, come speak to me. The sooner we get off this rock, the better.
Indeed. But first, credits were calling at Zax. It's not small talk, but still, she had bounties to collect on. The last bounty outstanding, the bounty for Bendek Starkiller. No, that's actually just logical, not ironic. I mean, all the risk he takes in the deathmatch, the first is going to die in the deathmatch. Let's convince him. We want 400 credits for this job. Aha! Are there any more bounties out? Magic we collected, Naga we collected. I think we collected all of them. Excellent. We are Bounty Hunter Supreme, or Rio was. Now there still was the old crazy man in the Undercity who wanted the journal of his apprentice. He may have been a Sith. So, I think we should get back there and find out before we head to Davik's estate.
Hey, I recognize you. You're the one who won the swoop race.
Yep. Ew.
Hey, you better be careful out here. Those damn vultures will be looking to get even with you for winning that race and killing Brezhik.
And, hey, do I get a reward? Yes. Check with the hidden backs. Maybe they have a reward for me for Rhea as well. Hello? Get in. Armageddon, are you here?
On
Is it
behalf
a-
of Gadden, I want to offer the thanks of all the hidden Becks. You rode like a true champion in the swoop race. I'm sorry Gadden
Yes.
can't be here to thank you in person,
Quite
but he's
good.
retired to the safety of his private chambers. I'm afraid he's grieving over Brezhik's death.
What an idiot. But Brezhik betrayed him, Rhea. Wondered, was this person crazy?
Even so, I think Gadden hoped that somehow Brezhik could be made to realize the error of his ways. Despite everything he had done, Gadden probably would have forgiven him. Brezhik violated the customs and traditions of Taris. He dishonored himself by refusing to honor his wager. He got what he deserved. Even Gadden has to realize that.
Gadden sounds like
Yes,
the kind of
he
person
better.
who you'd want in charge down here. At least to me.
But he isn't out of danger yet. The surviving Vulkars will still want him dead. He's a prime target now, as are you. You better be careful out on the streets.
Oh, don't worry. We'll end on the streets. And as for Brezhik, I am sure he realized the error of his ways. Right up until the moment where that plane of Rhea's came down towards his head. At that moment, most organically realized, damn, I should have moved to the right. And oh well, the universe and justice is served this way. So I guess only the Undercity of Taris remains. I might actually also buy some supplies there. That scavenger had some interesting implants I might want my hands on. Hello, Sith Trooper! Don't radio into base, you'll get no answer. Yes, and here we are in the dark. It makes me think.
Back again? Is there something else you need?
Oh yes, I need some healing.
Back again.
She magically heals.
If you have questions, but despite... Farewell.
Can we get in here? I would like to get in here.
Please, help us. We're infected with the rat ghoul disease. At any moment we could... No! This cannot be... No!
Better dead than, slowly dead dying. Life is a binary state. Feed into Rhea's strength. Yeah, there's other survivors. Hello.
Please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others. Please help us.
Jesus.
We can't end up like them.
Well, Rhea kind of felt kind and tried to help
us. We have the rat ghoul disease. It is only a matter of time until we are transformed into terrible creatures, like those who attacked you when you first came into the pen. It is too late for them. Soon it will be too late for us, and we will transform into those horrible rat ghouls ourselves.
It is quite impressive.
Please
could get the cure, I guess.
We don't have much time. Don't forget about us.
Well, I think Rhea would forget. I'm honestly happy I prevent you from putting you down. It's what Rhea would have done. But I want to make this series more watchable for young
Greetings
children.
once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Bloodshed will make fine imperial children. I have your apprentice, Journal. She is obviously dead.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
I don't even know what the Promised Land is, so please explain this to me, simulation.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Aren't you just a bunch of degenerate criminals people toss down here to rot away? Alright then, tell the history of your people.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Taris, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
I'm surprised they didn't make him a separate prison colony or something then. Or just increased the death penalty. Yes. But well. Is that how you came to be down
Many
here?
brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families. Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Taris, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. and you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
I have my doubts if it's all true. All our history is terribly spotty usually. So what is this promised land then, we asked?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the promised land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location.
For the masses.
The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps, with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
And you want me to find these
I
journals,
have nothing to offer if you help me in this. I hope the knowledge that you are helping the entire village escape a life of darkness and suffering is reward enough.
For me, yes. For Rhea Maven, I actually doubt it. Still, you'll find those
It is
journals.
many decades since my father set out on his journey. But I remember he was eager to explore the sewers. You might want to begin your search there. I wish you luck in your quest upward. The future survival of this village, of my people, depends on you.
Well, how about a bit of fascinating history? And we do have, I think, most of those journals already.
I saw you talking with Rukel. He told you his legends about the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right?
Yes!
Most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's nothing but an old cook. But I think there might be some truth in what he's saying. That's why
That's
I
an
want to
impressive
stop
insight.
him.
From a snake-like person? Why would you want to stop him then?
For an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get the feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukel ever finds his promised land
yes.
sunk, people won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
Yes, but you might be a nobody with comfort. This place is wretched. Why would you want to rule it? You can't make anything out of this. It's dry and it's just dirt. And garbage. So, you want Rhea asked if he wanted her to kill Rukel for him.
I don't want you to kill Rukel. He's not the problem. It's those damn explorers that went before him. What if they actually found something? They would have recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all 3 journals to me. The 2 from the explorers, and the 1 from Rukel's apprentice. Then I can destroy the evidence, and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land. I've saved up enough credits for my business here to make it worth your while if you help me.
Well, that sounded kind of good. To Rhea. It might have been a good
all
deal
3
indeed.
journals. Just bring them to me, and I'll give you a decent reward. Now, was there something else you needed?
Yes, I actually have the journal you wanted.
Knew Rukel's legend about the Promised Land were true. Quick, give me those journals so I can destroy them.
Well, he is sounds a bit obsessive. First, hand over those credits you promised.
Your reward. Here's 100 credits. That's a pretty hefty payment for some old notes and maps, eh?
Wait, what? 100 credits?
I don't
Pay
think you
more.
understand how much 100 credits is worth down here in the Undercity. This is a small fortune. I want those journals, but I'm not rich like you Upworlders. 100 credits is all I can afford.
Then she's changed her
Fine,
mind.
go
and
to
goes
Rukel.
Bill.
But he won't be able to pay you anything for those journals. Come back and see me when you're ready to stop acting crazy and you want to cut a deal. Hey,
First, let's see the inventory. Now this is kind of tempting. Otherwise, that's very good, but you can't upgrade it. A retinal combat implant. That's actually pretty good. I think we'll buy this off him. And for the rest, we can go without. And then she went to Brookhill to give it to him, because that slimy wretch did not offer a fair deal.
How goes your quest?
It was good that Ria's greed was so great, else she might have taken it up and destroyed any hope of these poor people. So here, take the journals, Mr. Brookhill.
Is it possible that at long last, the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious.
Because it doesn't exist.
You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Frukill, what do you want now? Have you
created
more
some
fables
hope.
of a
How
hidden paradise
interesting.
just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
What? No, it can't be. Are these real, Rukill? Is this information accurate?
Can I have a look at
Swear
these
to you,
journals?
everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rukill. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words,
I
Rukill.
wonder
Our
if
supplies
any
are
of those
high
people
right now.
made it.
We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
Thank you once again, Upworlder. I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous.
And it probably wasn't historically corrected, which is why it's not in the simulation. What a shame. Goodbye,
We must
Rukill.
part ways
Good
here,
luck.
Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen. But the destiny of my people is at the end of the long journey ahead of us.
And so, the people of the Undercity village left, including that wretched little merchant. Redeeming Maven somewhat, in some people's eyes. A pity that none of these probably made it. At least from what I know of my history. Okay, how do we get out of here then? And there we go. So, with all of that handled, there were no more loose ends. Ria was going to talk to Canderous Ordo and go to the estate of David Kang, where they would plan a cunning escape. But that will be for the next episode. Be sure to see it soon. Good day.